My name is Grzegorz Łaski. I am the CEO and founder of TGM Research. We offer mobile and online insights research with the focus on the primary data gathering. Privately, I'm living in Israel right now with my wife and two beautiful cats. But soon I will come back to Vietnam because this is where I feel the best. Southeast Asia, it's like, for the European guy, it's really, really something great. However, today I will not talk about my story, right? Because it started 25 years ago and you would fall asleep already until I finish. But I will talk about what is one of the main topics of our conference, right? Innovation. So, therefore, I will not say and will not try to convince you that AI will change our industry. This we know already. And since last year, with the introduction of OpenAI API available for everyone, it just speed up and got the rocket, light speed, right? Everyone knows about that. I will not show you any ChatGPT examples, because if you go to LinkedIn, probably every fifth or third post has some connection with the ChatGPT, how fantastic tool it is. And that's true. Right? But if we will look in the past, we will find that generative AI was introduced already in 1960. 60 years ago, that's a long time. But why now it's only innovation? Because we can use it on the big scale. It is available for every average person. And especially, it's available for us, for the professional. We'll also not talk about what we're doing. If you like, please go to our booth and talk with our employees. They are waiting for you for any questions you may have. So let's back to innovation. As I said, this conference is about innovation, inspiration, and insights. I would add also, okay, this is not me. I would also, citing Raymond, it's about the speed, right? So it would be great if we can use innovation to speed up the delivery insights, to increase the quality of insights. Most of you came here looking for the innovation as the innovators or just looking for some new ideas. By the way, this picture is an example of great work, but not our graphic designer from Vietnam. This is created by Midjourney, AI generative image bot. It makes really hard time for the graphic designers. So, I have a quick pull for you. Sorry, I had a quick pull for you. Because yesterday, Mr. Phom made me a great surprise and borrow my questions to warm up you in the morning, right? Thank you very much, Phom. That was unexpected surprise, but instead of that, I will ask you other question, a very important one. I will ask you to ask yourself who you want to be when it comes to innovation. Do you want to be the leaders or laggers? Do you want to be followers or creators? It's a very important question because yesterday I noticed that only 20 or 30% roughly looking of you introduce any kind of form of AI in your daily commercial activities. It's already more than 6 months since OpenAI is publicly available, and everyone could do it. So I think it's a time that this percentage will grow. Probably many of you is thinking about that and on the good way to implement in your daily life, in daily market research work. So that would be great news. If not, try not to be followers, right? Raymond's presentation was actually great because it gave me a couple of sentences which I can add to mine. So he mentioned about the open-ended questions. Yes, it's not about that panels don't like open-ended answers, open-ended questions. Actually, at TGM, we love them. But customers very often don't want them because processing of the open-ended answers is costly. It takes time. It increased the whole period of the fieldwork, right? The time between fieldwork starts and insights are ready to use. Therefore, we want to use more, and of course the quality issue is a problem. I will show you a little bit later on. But I think that we shouldn't be afraid to use more of them in our daily work because they are really great source of the insights. What that means, automated to perfection. When it comes to open-ended questions, 2 years ago, we had similar question from one of our key customers. They ask, okay, we have a great project for you. It's a multi-country brand tracker. But there is a catch. The customer wants to have real-time access to the brand recall, top of mind brands, and the tracker is weekly. In a very competitive banking area, you know, they are preparing ads. They want to know what is going on, right? So they have money to spend, and they have a problem. So what we could do? We started to work on our own model, including machine learning models. Go to Amazon, look at the solution, hire some Python specialists, programmers. It was working great, but accuracy was okay-ish, right? However, with the introduction of ChatGPT and AI, OpenAI API, the quality grew tremendously, and we are able now to deliver much faster, much better data. As we know that the source to the insights, it's a mix of human input, technology, and data. So what we did for our task and for our solution, we had merged two things. Artificial intelligence algorithms, which make categorization analysis fast, with the real human intelligence, because it's still much better in understanding the context, understanding the, ensure the accuracy. And so for us, it was a really great match. And I think this is the future, at least for a couple of years. Because I'm honestly a bit scared what will happen in 5, 10 years. That is really now, I think nobody can really answer this question because such fast development of the ChatGPT, of the generative AI, of the large language models makes our job maybe insecure, or maybe not, because I still believe that this human factor will be very important. Most of us is here because you like to work with people, right? Yesterday someone asked a question, during the panel, that not many young people are coming to the market research directly from the university. This is sad. But if we look how many of us changed our professional career and join market research companies as a client or as a researcher, as a data scientist, it's really amazing because this industry is really interesting. Of course, you know about that because you are here. So, on the next 6 slides, I will show you how you can use AI in your daily work. Give you some ideas, right? Not the solution we have, it's implemented, it's working, but I will give you 6 ideas how you can use AI in your daily work when it comes to open-ended text coding. So, first of all, when it comes to brand awareness, brand recall, top-of-mind answers, we have very often something which we see as a gap between this, what respondents say in open-ended, And this is what he selected in the in the aided brand awareness, right? We have some tools to avoid that. I know, it's okay. You can ask if you know yes/no question if you know this brand. You can add images, brand names. You can add this I really don't like when I see it, drop down. So it's like open-ended answer, and then below is a drop down. Please select the proper brand to your answer, right? Oh, this is hideous on the smartphone, really hard to work. And last Wednesday, I have worked with my team to create a short survey in 4 languages to make it more fun, more interesting, right? We asked more than 2,000 respondents from Japan, Pakistan, Thailand, and Korea about brand awareness of the toothpaste. For sure, there are some FMCG clients, right? And Gojek was already, so the second question was about the food delivery apps. And 9.5% and 4.4% answers answered in top of mind open-ended questions were not selected in multiple question as an aided brand awareness. It's huge. And we used mix of our panels and our API partners panels to have some kind of randomization of the panelists. But still, this gap is quite big, right? So as I said, we may use other methods to fill this gap. However, this increased the time of the survey, for example, right? And we know that shorter surveys leads to the better quality insights. And because I was the interviewer for a couple of months, then I ran away because it was a really hard job. I know that's true. And you know as well, right? It's not easy to make a nice, good, high quality survey which is short and sweet and to the point. But if we cannot do it, why we should add some extra questions to make it even longer? And if you see on the bottom, there is a number of brands which we have per average in the toothpaste question and food delivery question. So maybe the difference in the error is because of the number of the answers items on the question. And I saw questions about brand awareness which had 20, 30, 40 items. One example from one client, when they were asking about daily usage of different items at home, right? What you're doing, you eating breakfast, you vacuuming your house, and so on. This list has 120 answers, alphabetically, not by topic. So it's good if we have at least a little bit of technology to decrease the time of the respondents, to decrease the list. We should remember this, please. Anyway, we can improve the quality of the data. Because the coding is done in the real time, we can exclude automatically from our sample all gibberish and nonsense words. And we should do it, right? Because no client wants to get the data set with ha 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 g g g, right, in the data file. We can do it post-processing, I know. PM can see it, open the survey, starts to remove some interviews, right? It's great, but it generates costs, it generates extra money. And of course, delay the whole process. Now, from between 1 to 3%, 1 to 5% of the data, depends on the country, target group. Some countries are much more kind of, maybe depends on the panel quality, but some countries are much more predictable in the gibberish production, the others are much less. But we still have to remove this data. And it's not about only that we have to do it post-processing, but for example, the quotas are ruined, right? We all want to have great quotas, but if we remove the data, then we have to restart the fieldwork. This we have to do, but we can again find a solution which can help us and which minimize this amount of work needed at the end of the project fieldwork. And Raymond said that for his panel, time is crucial. He can get the data within 2 days after the project ends. And then if you're doing manual coding, then of course you have to finish until the project. Okay, you can do partially, then upload, use a lot of Excel files or maybe some coding programs, which they are of course on the market, right? But they are using kind of post-processing. But it's really hard to do it that fieldwork ends, the data is ready to use. But there is even better because you have real access to the coding data. So PM have, for example, you have a brand awareness, you have this BHT tracker, and you want to see if the ad recall is correct, right, for the last week, because they have campaign. Also, they open the breakdown of the data and look at the data, and they see, okay, everything is fine. Our ad of our client is there, right, as it should be. And maybe here, this is not really visible, but you can start coding almost automatically after the fieldwork starts. And this is quite important because why I'm saying start coding? Because this human part is involved. Actually, for us, if something is whitelisted, that means that we confirm that it's correct. And from now on, we will always use this, to our work. So for the next time, we don't have to even use the human. OK, what we have further? Coding per se is simplified. Who was a coder in your life? Doing any coding? Hands up. I was. OK. You know how hard this job is, right? You have a long list of answers. You have to find the code. Right now, it's even better. But 5, 10, 15 years ago, that was really a nightmare. So, and our coders, I was working in Kantar for many years. Our coders were people who knew like almost everything what is around them, right? They remember so many codes in the memory because there was no other choice to do it fast. But that was costly and slow process. Right now, if we use some of the technology, we can first of all add the automatic translation to the answer, right? I don't know, Food Panda. Who would know this is Food Panda if it doesn't know Thai, right? If we have some doubts, we can quickly go and Google the brand, find additional extra sources. And at the end, this last 20%, because I'm not saying this is accurate in 100%, I don't want to mislead you, but this last 20% we may send to the translator if we want. We may translate and put code back. However, it's usually not needed because in traditional coding, you also don't do coding for everything, right? Because some answers are not needed because they're just one single mention, two mentions, so why to bother about that? Just we put other, and so on, and we move further. So this gives us a lot of freedom because the coder don't need to be fluent in any languages, don't need to be fluent in understanding. Of course, it's good if he has some experience, right? That's no doubt. We still have people who specialize in coding, but we just make their work easier. Finally, we can ask questions which are difficult to code. Because for AI, size doesn't matter. What that means? We have, in our yearly survey, in last November, we asked people from 18 countries about their all-time favorite Christmas movie. Oh, sorry. Home Alone, right? Probably most of you know this movie, great one, and it's win with a big advantage over the Grinch, except the Grinch is Latin. Everywhere is second place, right? So how to do the coding for this? You know how many Christmas movies in the world? I know, more than 2,000 we found. Right, in our surveys. It's a lot of them. So doing this manually would take weeks plus cost a lot of money. And that was only one of the open-ended questions. We also ask about commercial, we look at the e-commerce, we look at other elements. So why we did it automatically? Because respondents provide 778 different ways to write down the title of one movie. Home Alone. Kevin sam w domu. Is there anyone from Poland? Oh, great. Hi, Anya. So, Adin doma, this is in Russian. Singura casa, probably some Spanish. Sam w kści, Bulgarian. Oh, this is Greek, so I have no idea. Oh, this is Solen casa, right? No idea. Those titles completely not Kevin. Kevin, again, sorry, because in Poland it's a Kevin alone, so it's not completely Home Alone titles. With Die Hard was even worse. Die Hard in every single language has different name, only in English Die Hard. So, if you want to do something like that, manually you will never do. It's good to put technology, put it to work, and force to work for us. And finally, you can use it as a normal coding software because not everything yet can be coded automatically. This is mainly the problem with the technology. I think with the ChatGPT 5 and next models, maybe BART from Google, maybe other AI which appears on the market, it will be kind of solved. But currently we can send as a single request to OpenAI API text which has around 5,000 words. It sounds a lot, but if you have nice respondents with very detailed answers, it's like 20, 30 respondents. So right now it's a bit hard to use this for doing normal coding like open-ended answers about opinions, feelings, and so on and so on and so on. But I believe this will be reality soon. And it's not only that. You know what you can do also? For example, you can ask, what did you eat for breakfast yesterday? Someone will say, oh, I had coffee with sugar and bowls of cereals with milk. We can calculate, for example, the volume. We can calculate how many calories it has. Of course, we can ask about sentiment to the breakfast. My wife's prepared. Did you like it? Yeah, sure, right? So there is a plenty of possibilities, and actually only our imagination is a kind of limitation, the only limitation here. So to sum up, if you want to increase quality of your insights, if you want to increase data quality and get the things done faster, don't hesitate to use AI in your daily work because it gives you lots of benefits. There are some challenges on the way, actually quite many, but the profit is much better than, much greater than risk. Okay, that was all. Thank you very much for your attention. Any questions?
Thank you, Greg, for sharing the benefits of AI-powered data analytics in your everyday life. We're going to go for a break. Before that, any last questions? If there's none, then please feel free to visit Greg at his booth if you have any.
Okay. Oh, I was faster. Thank you very much. Have a good day.